I've already done a character analysis on John Kirstein and Connie Springer. It's only right to do the third person, part of the Little Three, Sasha Braus. If you haven't read the manga, there'll be manga spoilers, so you've been warned. Sasha is a character that made it all the way until halfway through season 4, in about 80% of the manga, which is pretty impressive knowing basically any character you start to take a liking to eventually dies. We know that Eren, Mikasa, and Armin were the main three characters of the story, and fate had important roles for those three, as they were the ones chosen by destiny to make a choice to bring an end to the Titans. Jian, Sasha, and Connie are the side character three who still have pretty big roles in the anime, but ultimately they aren't the ones who have the world in their palms. They were free to make the choices that they made, and Sasha was able to live and die with her choices, free of will. In a sense, Mikasa, Eren, and Armin had a linear path that would lead to the ending, where Armin had the chance to help Mikasa make the choice of killing Eren, to end her love with him, or let Eren destroy the world. Mikasa had that choice right at the ending. None of this fate had to do with Sasha, which showed her free will from start to ending. Now that I got her role tied to the show and what she was able to do, let's get into her character, starting from the beginning. Sasha was a very memeable, likable, and relatable person. Who doesn't love food? Maybe not to the point I'd bite someone's arm to eat a delicious meal, but all the same. Jean got his nickname Horseface, and Sasha got nicknamed Potato Girl. Her character had to be made with the idea of the typical Idaho native. She's a hunter in the sticks that probably wanted to join the military just so she could eat whatever she pleases. Nothing wrong with some good eating. She's a very carefree, happy-go-lucky, glasses half full, not half empty type of person. In the training arc, she laughs and smiles while cutting up practice titans. She's really just living her best life. It's hard to hate her as a watcher or a character in the show. Connie and her become best friends, and yes, just friends, and basically family. Connie, after she dies, talks about how he lost his second half, his sister. Both are a little on the slower side, with Connie possibly being a little more stupid. Both make up with their combat abilities, however. She finds problems with Keith, the training instructor, due to her gluttony. She really expires the sin of gluttony. She would have made for a great homunculus and Full Metal Alchemist. Keith states her abilities and character as unusually fine instincts, but rarely shares them with her teammates. Shows she is strong, but the obvious trait of gluttony and wanting everything to herself, which can also show greed too. She's one of the most sincere characters in the show, and always shows good intentions. She tried, and successfully saved one of her teammates from falling off the wall when the Colossal Titan appears. She also stole some meat, but wanted to share with her teammates. She always looks out for others and never seems to do anything of harm to others. She is great for a team's morale, to having the skill and positivity a team needs. She, like John and Connie, are very human-like characters. The scene where they decide on joining the Scouts is the most human part of the show. They are all scared out of their minds of joining the Scouts, because that would mean having to constantly encounter the Titans, but she knows it's for the better society. She cries and whimpers while being frozen because she already encountered them. When Annie activates her Titan Scream, Sasha tries to warn Mikasa not to leave, because she knows the Titans are going to appear. She's never really the one to lead, command, and give strategies, but she surely executes the plans that she is given. And on top of that, she does have some good insight, due to her having a great nose and role experiences. Mikasa takes her word on when Sasha knows something terrible is going to happen, and even Mikasa recognized that Sasha's instincts are some of the best in the Scouts regiment. Her role experiences take her far with knowing when bad things come, great sharpshooting with the ODM gear and arrows, and overall combat experience. She did make number 9 of the cadet training when the first 5 were Titan shapeshifters. Might as well include Mikasa because she was basically a Titan in human form. As time goes on, she gets more brave. She's still scared of the Titans, but she's able to face them with more confidence as the show goes on. One of her biggest moments was saving the girl from a Titan with a bow and arrow. She was able to act with confidence and motivation to save the girl while still being scared for her life. Glad she made it out of this one because originally, this was where she was supposed to die, but Isayama thought it was too cruel and he couldn't go through with it. As time goes on, the Titans are nothing to her. Over-exaggeration, yes, but you get my point. She is able to make it through the Titan infestation when they are saving Eren. She really is a kind person because Even though they figured out Bertolt and Reiner were humanity's enemy, she wanted to believe that they were their allies and not enemies. She says, it's all one big misunderstanding, right? She knew it wasn't, but she wanted to believe in them because she's that kind of person, and kind from the bottom of her heart. We get towards season 4, nothing really fazed her at this point. Seeing all the Titan shapeshifters and Marley and all the people with weapons really doesn't do anything. She's able to pick people off left and right. We come towards the end of her journey where she got shot and killed by Gabby, Attack on Titan's worst character. This is factual, by the way, not opinionated. She died with her last words being meat, which are befitting for her. And then Eren remembers a scene where she was willing to share the meat she got. Pause. Eren had this memory because they all have been through a lot and she's one of the show's OGs. And just like her father states, it was a befitting death for her, since the world outside and inside their forest was kill or be killed. She did kill some like Gabby stated, so when she died, it was natural since this is the way the world was. The dad would rather for the kill or be killed scenario just be against animals and not humans from outside the walls, but sadly the world that adults created. Her influence was so strong that she had a Marleyan revoke his pride for his country due to her kind soul. Niccolo was a Marley soldier, but learned he just wanted to make people happy with his cooking since Sasha loved it so much. Her sincere personality can turn most depressed souls into easygoing ones, such as the little girl from the village, Niccolo, and Mikasa and Eren. She definitely rubbed off a lot on Mikasa and could have at least given her a little, form of entertainment since she was such a stoic character. It was never really officially said that Sasha and Niccolo were going out, but I believe that to be the case. The last shot we got of Sasha was when Eren was killed, and Connie and Johnny, of all people of course, saw the ghost of Sasha smiling doing the scout's pose. It was nice seeing this scene because it shows Sasha didn't really regret anything that happened, and she's happy with her death because it could finally bring peace upon her land and the end of Titans. She was happy with her death, her family came to terms with it, and she inspired and influenced the girl from the village and Niccolo. She was the least problematic character in the show and was a very lovable, memeable character at that. Long live the potato girl.